Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Lot of Clicks. No, another episode of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I am your host, Drac. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. And now, we gotta meet. Gotta meet up in the Zaxxon Forum. Or was it Demons? Nope, here she is. It was Zaxxon's. Hey, you're back. I'm back in black. See, Omnimon! Takami's here. Actually, Omegamon does sound a lot better. I don't know why they changed it in English. That just baffles me. You do not hate translators enough. Takami, I apologize for the inconvenience, but we need to talk face to face. To face. Yeah, it's surprising, I know. He totally grew up. I kinda miss Agumon and Gabumon, but look how freaking cool he is! Did you just blush? Oh yeah, Omnimon has remembered what he forgot. That's the reason why he came to this world. Okay, then Omnimon, go right ahead. Thank you, Nokia. Now then, heed my words. I came here to save the world we Digimon live in. The digital world from destruction. Whoa. Digital world is falling prey to the fury of the Eaters. There are Eaters in your world too? Yes. The digital world is an optimal feeding ground for the Eaters who consume data. Even as I speak, they are infesting our world, eating away at it. I am a member of the Royal Knights, one of the ultimate Digimon guardians of the digital world. We Royal Knights serve King Drasil. King Drasil is the very order that exists to control the digital world. When King Drasil detected the Eaters, he monitored them, and soon after deemed them to be errors that constituted a threat. Following his commands, the Royal Knights began to search for where they came from, in the hopes of completely annihilating them. We then determined the origin of the threat. It was in an adjacent world, in a certain cyberspace that had been born in your own world. What? A cyberspace in our world? That would mean, yes, Eden. Eden. Yes, Eden. Eden. Okay. This world completely digitizes human consciousness to express it in cyberspace. In the first system. Okay. Eden's avatars, human mental data itself, is what caused Eaters to appear. Even more so than in your real world, human desire, spite, passion, and rage were completely unchecked in the digital world you call Eden. So Eaters are the manifestation of our sins? That's heavy. Eaters were born from that unique set of emotional data. Of course, there were royal knights who objected to such a hasty decision, myself included. However, there were many who agreed that his conclusion was correct, that the blame for all this lay with humanity. They now seek to destroy the human world. Destroy it? Uh-oh. This just got extra heavy. When you say the human world, what are we talking about? Nakano? Japan? You can't mean... I do. Everything. Even if we were to eliminate the Eaters from our world, so long as their source, humanity, still exists, they will only reappear. Only by wiping out the human race can the Eaters be completely annihilated. At least, that is the conclusion the others have reached. Digimon are planning to destroy on all humans? They're aiming to invade. The Royal Knights lead a large force and are planning a surprise attack. Invade? But how? Digimon can't enter the real world. In the city you call Tokyo, Digimon are already appearing in your physical space, are they not? I'm just gonna call it the digital shift. The shift. What we call a dimensional wall separates the world of humans from our digital world. However, by creating a large enough hole in this wall to serve as a sort of door, the two worlds can be joined, their properties intermingling. As a result, Digimon can pass back and forth between our worlds. Ooh, spooky. The increasing strength of the digital wave phenomenon in Tokyo is caused by ongoing attempts to open a massive portal into your world. That is the Paradise Lost plan. I know exactly what I'm going to name this episode for YouTube. So, Kishibe, who is implementing the plan, is either acting in concert with the Royal Knights, or it is highly probable she is under mind control. So there are other Royal Knights here besides you? The two worlds are not completely separated. There are several small dimensional cracks in the wall. I was able to pass through by adopting the smaller data forms of Agumon and Gabumon. Losing a portion of my memories was an unforeseen complication. I would not be surprised if there were another Digimon who came through the same way. See. I will do all I can to prevent their invasion of the human world. It is neither right nor justifiable to destroy another world in an attempt to save your own. I cannot abide such a destructive solution. Omega Omnimon. You're right. I feel the same way. Humans and Digimon ought to become better friends, not the other way around. There is something I need your help with, though. This is a riddle that even a Royal Knight such as myself cannot solve. Please help me uncover the truth of this situation so that we may resolve it. Okay, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Verification took longer than expected. But there's a reason for that. A number of interesting things have come to light. Return to the agency. We need you to plan our counterattack ASAP. We're coming too. We have to tell her the news. Okay. Good. Good. Yes. Sorry for the delay. Okay? Okay, Kyoko. Let's start the strategy meeting. There's still one important person who isn't here yet. An important person? Who besides me? Okay, don't go getting a big head, Nokia. Just because you have one of the royal knights under your thumb, that doesn't. Calm down, okay? You can't possibly mean. I came because I heard there was going to be a strategy meeting to talk about how to get rid of Kishibe. But I see our wild one is here too. You're one to talk, always making things more complicated just because you think you're some kind of legend. You emotionally stunted jerk face. You've always been like this. You up and disappear by yourself and under zero. You're no good at fighting as part of a team. You leave us alone. Sorry, but this strategy depends on all of you. I need our wild one and our legendary yet stunted boy to work together on this. I don't care as long as we can beat Kishibe. Let's get started. So says Arata. Any objections from our wild one? Hang on just a second. I want to tell everybody something. Is it that we're super duper cute and wonderful? Is it? Oh, the Paradise Lost plan. Of course. Yeah, that too. Destroy the human world. Seriously? I wasn't expecting it to be that serious. Now all of my theories have been proven. Thank you, Wild One. Theories? What do you know that we don't? Don't thank me, it's Omnimon who deserves all the thanks. And Kyoko, could you knock it off with the Wild One thing? I think it's time to start the meeting for real now. We have fact A. Rei Kishibe's objective is to open a hole in the dimensional wall, a sort of dimensional door, if you will. Okay. We're just naming silly things now. It's just the naming convention of silly things. Fact B. Rei Kishibe has abducted Yuko Kamishiro. These two facts cannot be unrelated. She must have needed B in order to carry out A. I don't see why, but sure, go ahead. And A still has yet to be achieved. Our strategy must therefore allow us to both successfully rescue Yuko Kamishiro as well as stop all aspects of the Paradise Lost plan. Oh, my brain hurts already. You're not the only one, Nokia. You're not the only one. But that's because I'm still tired. We can't worry about the rationale for B right now. The plan is too bold as is. Excellent conjecture. True. But I have some new evidence I'd like to present. It should clear away your doubts. As vague as ever, you never change. Having run simulations on the labyrinth locations and the detectable digital wave flows, I've identified the existence of a large-scale, stable, and regularly occurring energy locus. Oh? It's a circular flow of energy that covers all of Tokyo. I've named this circular network the Digital Line. Oh, dun dun. Surprisingly, this energy locus, which is comprised of digital waves, is under human control. In all probability, it is under the control of Kishibe and Kamishiro. The Eden spots placed throughout the city also seem to be related to this energy locus. I get it. That network in Shinjuku where Takumi jumped was part of it. This is the secret behind the Eden spots. So they're pathways, sort of like lymph nodes. Somebody's a biology major. That's right, this work of lymph node-like structures resembles ley lines, conduits of supernatural energy known from antiquity. Oh, so that's what all the extra missions were about. The digital version of an energy line. Kishibe must have spent a long time putting this digital line together. Structure that cycles digital waves seems to be a kind of energy reactor. The structure is truly well constructed. It stores, excites, amplifies, and releases energy. When the massive amount of energy stored in the digital line is released as digital wave, I believe this door will open. Given how amplified I estimate this energy to be, I feel like it's safe to say that the Paradise Lost plan could be brought to fruition at any time. Furthermore, there's a place right now where the energy flow is changing drastically. Tracing that flow back, we arrive at Roppongi. Beneath Roppongi is Kamishiro Research Facility. It's called the Roppongi Underground Center. Very dry, no? The name makes you think it's a government-related facility. I almost said something that means nothing, but probably would probably get my account banned. Or, well, at the very least, I'd get, like, a finger wag. Yes, the underpass you investigated before. This is that certain facility that was back there. Upon analysis of your log data, the coordinates match where you left Yuko. That's got to be the nerve center where this is all based out of. If we attack there, we get Yuko. That's one victory. But how do we stop Kishibe's plan? If B is needed to achieve A, then when B occurs, if condition C is needed to achieve A, then B will... Okay, now my brain hurts. Thank you, Arata. Stop. My brain totally can't take anymore. Me, same. Nokia, same. Just shut up, Arata, you geek. Geeky Arata. We'll call you Geeka. We'll call you Gita for short. What? It's okay, Gita. We've got to interfere with her control of the digital waves itself. As I explained, the digital line is an artificial construct for controlling digital wave flow. That control occurs via various terminals, including the Eden spots for its functions. In other words, if we could jam them... Oh, that's it. You're talking about an analog method. In other words, knock out the power, right? Exactly. But they must be aware of their own vulnerabilities, and it's likely they'll have backup power supplies already prepared. Therefore, we're going to need to strike in multiple places at once, or our whole plan comes apart. So we get a lot of people and turn the power off? You'd plunge all of Tokyo into a blackout. Leave this to me. Like, what? Harada's over here talking about, ooh, I've always wanted to knock out the Tokyo power grid. A little too enthusiastic there, Harada. And yes, I did, in fact, just brush my beard. Are you jealous? You shouldn't be. Because I have this beard, not for myself, but for everyone who can't grow a beard. Like it's my duty. Anyway, moving on. Hang on, all of Tokyo? But who? What do you mean? I'm a hacker, right? And hackers can only do one thing, right? Be a nuisance to society? I don't know. Gather all my buds, and then we all hack into the power supply system throughout the city. All at once. We'll play nice. It'll take some time, but we'll be able to keep the range of effect to a bare minimum. I see. I'd been thinking of asking you to hack into the various Eden spots here and there. Assuming, as we should, that Kishibe is full of lies, we should strike at the weak points first. My leg is asleep. Oh boy. I gotta go to the gym more often. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness, as the saying goes. Excellent, Sunsu. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. Okay, then. I don't get it, but I get it. It's like, I don't got it, but I got it. Oh, I wish I got it. And by got it, I mean... proper blood flow to my extremities. If Arata's doing that, then we're going for Yuko, right, Takumi? It's so good of you to grasp that so quickly. You should head to the Roppongi Underground Center right now, from the underpass. Takumi knows the way, I believe. Yeah! Then we start on our objective simultaneously. I'll leave Yuko to you guys. Okay, we're totally going to rescue Yuko and put a stop to the parachute cord plan. I like how we don't even bother correcting her anymore. We're just like, yeah! Alright. But before we do that, I am going to stop by... Actually, it wouldn't be right for me to move any of my Digimon just yet. Yeah. Kinda stinks. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm just gonna have to have my main team and these three. At least until the next... At least until the next episode. Yes. I'm going to have to watch this particular recording back. Whoa, we're underground now? Who would have thought there'd be this big tunnel down here? It's so humid in here, and the walls are so crawly. It's really undergroundy. Wait, crawly? There are tiny digital shifts happening here. Yes. The effect of the digital wave is stronger than it was before. Digimon and Eaters are likely to appear. Be ready for anything. Okay, it won't do anyone any good if we wear ourselves out before we save Yuko. Come on, Takumi. Let's get walking, yeah. Wait a minute, are we supposed to go on foot? Oh, have you just now noticed that Roppongi is about 10 kilometers away? Walking there will take about 2 hours. Should have brought snacks. Guess we'll have to tough it out. Left, right, left. Yeah. Oh. Before I do anything else. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I'm going the right way. Let's see here. This episode is going to come out about 4 weeks after I record it. Farm expansion plugin. Nice, nice. But as of this moment, a group called Collective Shout is trying to censor video games. Are those tiny warts on the wings? Best not think about it too much. Anyway, a group called Collective Shout out of Australia is attempting to right as I get interrupted. Is attempting to remove everything they deem too violent or yeah, it's been about 20 minutes or sexualized off the internet. They've done this with advertisements, they've done this with video games, they've done this with actually them in conjunction with MasterCard and Visa have been sorry. Another sip of my drink. I am very tired. Have been pressuring companies to remove explicit works. Now, they're not doing this with books. They're not doing this with anime yet. Although I think that was the first thing they tried. And Japan straight up said, no. So yeah, they tried it with anime and manga first. And Japan just straight up said, no. Because it is, at its core, freedom of expression, artistic freedom. Manga, anime, video games, all an expression. They're all artistic mediums. You can't and shouldn't you shouldn't censor them. Because let me tell you what happens if you censor. Let me tell you what happens if you censor expression. Alright? People start to get repressed when you start to censor expression. They tried this in, I want to say the 90s or 80s. The 80s. They tried this in the 80s and 90s with music. They wanted to censor music. And that got us those warning explicit content stickers. And then in the 90s, or late 80s, there was a game that came out, an arcade cabinet, called Mortal Kombat. They wanted to censor that, too. And that led to the advisory board known as the ESRB. At least in America. I'm sure when movies came out, they wanted to censor those. When TV shows started appearing on the airwaves, there were probably some shows that they wanted censored, and yes, the censorship or TV broadcasts, don't get me started. So this is a fight that has been fought on multiple fronts for a very, very long time, and it will not end and it won't end so long as people believe that the things that movies, TV, video games, and comics perpetuate and glorify instead of outlet and prevent. And there are studies out there, now, unfortunately, I can't cite any of them, but a person greater than I would be able to do so. But there are various studies that show violent video games actually prevent violence. Now, in my case, that wasn't really true. I just hate getting interrupted, okay? And yeah, I have even noticed that. It has led me, when I record these live, it has led me to get angry at my chat. And there are some knee-jerk bans that I don't feel good about. But at the same time, it's bot scripts. It's bot scripts. I know. It's bot scripts. It's always, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I love your content. And it's an immediate follow, too. Like, they start watching, immediately follow. And then it's, hey, I love your content, you're doing great. But can I make a suggestion? And then immediately my first thought is, no, you may not. Because it's my content. I've got a roadmap for it. It's great that you like my content, but I'm not going to buy your AI art. Or worse, your stolen art. Because, hey, that looks suspiciously like Tectone's egg emote. Sorry, just the first name that popped into my head. Anyway, moving on to the video game. Did I miss something? Are you all suddenly wearing rollerblades or something? Or have you broken out into a dead run, panting breathlessly to get to Yuko's side? What? What are you on about, Kyoko? We're walking normally, maybe even slower than that. Why? Then why was I getting a signal from your Digivices in Osaka for 20 or so minutes? Akasaka? No, even if we ran for dear life to rescue Kyoko, we'd never get there that fast. The labyrinth might be having a slight physical effect on you here. It's distorting space. We've seen it before. The heck? Alright? The distance to Roppongi has been shortened due to the digital shift. You can't tell being underground, but the spatial distortion has contracted the distance, allowing you to reach Roppongi more quickly than expected. Really? Great! I only understood what half you said. What? I only understood half of what you said, but I guess the digital shift is in our favor. I also just noticed something else. There's a signal from another Digivice behind you. Could be an enemy. Be on guard. Digivice. Huh? On guard? Who are we facing now? Oh. It was Faye the entire time. Huh? What are you doing in a place like this? Sorry, something I had to take care of urgently. Y'all are going to rescue Kyoko, right? Yuko or Yugo. Which reminds me, you knew that Yugo was Yuko all along. Sure enough, I knew. What was Yuko doing with a different avatar? How did she do it? That was the form of Yuko's brother. Her brother? Yeah. He has Eden syndrome. He's been out for years now. Her older brother, Yugo. Yuko used that avatar to protect the Eden that her father built in the guise of the Zaxxon hacker Yugo. Why did she do that? Yuko ties to her family were weak. I think she craved a certain something to stay connected. Something for her family? Yuko? Is that what she was after? Yuko helped me out when I needed it. She gave me a place where I could be myself. So please, let me come with y'all. I want to rescue Yuko. Let me help. Hang on, Takumi. Is she serious? I mean, I guess she wants the same thing we do. Rescue Yuko. Okay, let's do this together. Together, we can probably rescue Yuko. Nokia. Thanks. Forget the thank yous. You're making me feel awkward. Let's just keep things the same as usual. It's the same as usual? You frumpy... Turn it down a notch. Okay, here we go. Now, if I remember. Sorry, I just got Borderlands flashbacks for some reason. Alright, let's see what a regular attack does. Oh yeah. This is just fine. Smack. And we're going. And we're going. It seems like I have grown far too powerful. But that's okay, because the boss is still gonna give us trouble. Maybe. Sort of. We'll see. If I have to, I'll split this up into 2 parts. And it looks like I might have to. Even with high security, which greatly reduces encounters, I am still getting way too many. No, not Masquerade. Oh. Element. Yeah. I was like, what? Why? I was like, why is good? And then I thought about it for an additional second. That guard break isn't gonna matter. Anyway. Let's see here. It's there's not really much more. I've ranted a pretty good bit. Sometimes I wish I would have... No, not sometimes. No. Thanks to that earlier rant, I wish I would have wrote my thoughts down somewhere so that I can touch on each key point in order. Wow. Somebody must have put chain max on him. Yeah. I don't know if I want to Digivolve Dino Beamon or not. I'll think about it. Definitely Digivolving my dude right here, Paildramon. A sleep barrier? Well, why on earth would I need that? I think I need to go left. Yep. Yep, that's the one I needed. And back. And that one should take care of it. Oh boy. Indramon Middle. Gotta get that special medal. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'd like to do. I'd like to collect all the medals. But for that... Sorry, I thought I saw something shiny there. Must have just been the shift effects. And if I'm right, what's coming up is a memory up. Yeah. I missed a memory up somewhere. Supposed to have 105. Oh well. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this is where I have to end part 1. Now, please join me further on in the week, at least on YouTube, for part 2. I hope to see you all there, and as always, stay safe, have fun, and remember, play your way.